Hi guys, it's Nina from Homeschoolific, and today I'm coming to you with a new video about why you are losing patience with your child. And I think I should better title this 3 tips to help you be more patient with your child. If you're not doing these 3 tips, chances are you're losing your cool when you're homeschooling your child. And listen, I get it. I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to help you. It is very frustrating when a child starts reading to you and they go, k, ah, r, and they say, bet. You know, that's frustrating. Or, ooh, k, run. Of course you're getting frustrated. But follow these 3 tips and I'll help you. Tip number 1, go into the day knowing you're gonna have to be patient. Go into the day knowing that you're going to have your patience tested today. When you do this, you're going to look for opportunities to be able to use your newfound skills to make sure that you can be as patient as possible. If you go into the day with the expectation that everything is going to be perfect and your child will learn everything and there will be no issues, you're setting yourself up for failure. I'm so sorry, but you are. There will be almost every single day, you will have a moment where patience may be tested. That might be solving a math problem. It could be that they're not getting up on time. It could be that they don't want to finish playing outside for lunch or being on social media, wherever stage you are. Your patience will be tested at some point of the day, and you need to go into the day knowing that's going to happen. I think teachers do this. I have to imagine that they do, because how else would they get through the day without losing their cool? All right, tip number 2, plan ahead and be so honest with yourself about who you are today, because sometimes I'm not the amazing person I would like to be each day, and who your child is and what they do and do not know. I think sometimes we don't like to accept that our children are great, wonderful human beings that we work so hard to produce and bring out to the world, do fall short. And they may not be as they may be brilliant, but just because they're brilliant doesn't mean that they may not be able to catch on to something. Sometimes you can have brilliance in one area and then it could be a lack of brilliance in another area. That's not uncommon. So, and it doesn't mean that they can't learn or anything like that. It just means that this might be a struggle. If you know your child struggles in math, don't think that this new curriculum that I bought or this new thing that I've done will solve all my problems and I will never have problems with teaching. And I know that the programs sell that to us. That's not true. There's always going to be a day of frustration in some part, not a day like every day, but I mean, you could go through math seamlessly, no problem, and then there's a place where you get hung up on. English is the same way. English is a hard language to learn. So, be realistic with that. And when I say know who you are, I mean some days we walk in and we have just so much good intentions and good feelings. You got up in the morning, you had your tea or your coffee, you had your me time and your prayer time, and you were ready to start the day. You're like, come on guys, this is gonna be a good homeschool day. And you know that you will probably have all the patience you need for that day. But then there's other times when you are trying to warm up like an old Buick and you just don't even want to see them yet, and they get up before you do, and you're like, but why are you up? And they're up, right? And you're like, oh no. And you've got to go reset yourself. Please take the time to reset yourself before you go into the classroom. You got to reset yourself and know that you will be a person of short patience today. What tools do you have at your disposal to help you? Mine is usually caffeine, prayer, and I might watch something funny just to help me out. Deep breathing as well. Deep breathing is important. All right, and then my last tip, my 3rd tip that you should be doing to be able to be a patient parent is to, and I said this in my short, but I think it got copyright infringement, so I don't think it went anywhere. So probably no one saw it. Anyway, is to remember, you have all the answers. You do. You have all the answers. If you don't have them in your head, you have them in a book. It is so easy to sit there and wonder why someone can't get it when you're sitting there with the answers. And even if it's not in the book, it's in your head because somebody was patient with you and taught you. So keep in mind that while we're thinking you should get this, I'm showing you, I'm telling you everything, I've gotten all the steps, you already have the knowledge. And just because you possess knowledge doesn't mean you possess the necessary know-how on how to teach it. So sometimes the problem is less with the child and more with you, the teacher. So, and if that happens, just learn how to teach it. I might be oversimplifying it, but honestly, it is pretty simple. Once I started doing that, I really found that I was able to convey information better. Sometimes I convey too much information. I digress, but you guys know me. Anyways, so I hope this was helpful information. And I'm going to give you one more bonus tip. Because I think, you know, if I give you 3, I should give you a bonus tip. And I always will if I can. Box breaths, okay? Box breaths are something that are commonly used. They're one of my favorite ones. Honestly, they're probably one of my favorite ones because they were just really easy for me to remember how to do it. And they are very fast. If you take the time to do some quick box breaths and do those, like, you know, before you start the day, in the middle of the day, whatever, when you feel like you're losing your patience, like you're going to lose your cool, that would be helpful. Another thing, when I was talking about with planning, so it's like a bonus on a bonus, is also making sure you're planning as well as you can. You want to make sure that you're organizing your day and your school time to where you're not overlapping in a way where it's not making sense anymore, especially parents with multiple kids. This is very common. This is something I tend to do. And when I'm being pulled on by multiple people, it's not so much for me. Honestly, when I'm doing school, is when the outside of school stuff starts to pull on me. This is where my patience get tested because my brain is in school mode and then I have to be in whatever else mode and it gets hard. So I do try to guard our school time because of that and try not to let anything in. So do that if you can. So that was like bonus. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to know more about homeschooling, check out the description below. Lavonda and I have wonderful tips on how to homeschool. We have just put so much time into this video. And guys, we're ready to grow this channel and see it go up. So can you help us with that? Would you partner with us in helping our channel to grow? We would love to see other mamas get help. And we'd love to hear from you guys and see what tips you use to help be patient with your children. And this is a community, so it's good for us to learn from each other, and I learn from you too. I've been in this for 15 years and I'm still learning. Maybe 16 years, I don't know, I've been in it for a long time. Anyway, love you all. See you next time.